joining us, Nuggets fans, and all those fans that are sitting outside watching this game at 5280 Base Camp. You guys all saw what we saw. Fellas, the Nuggets pushed back. They got physical tonight. They got ornery. They got feisty, and it showed in the final score.
Yeah, I just think that we saw a lot of things in this game that we really haven't seen in large measure throughout the entire series, right? And starting with the physicality and that kind of stuff. But we saw three-point shooting in this game tonight. We saw the turnover in this game. We saw three players score 20 points in this game. So they looked a lot like their normal selves in this win here.
Yeah, I liked a lot of it. There were flashes of brilliance. I don't think you can go from 3 games of mediocre to excellence to this in one game. But they've gone from 3 games of mediocre, and they took a big step, and they're headed in the right direction.
Well, they needed this because they stay alive to play another game, which will be Thursday night. So a couple days off before the Thursday night affair in Minneapolis, and that's going to be hard, man.
Yeah, I know.
They're going to be really loud in Minnie. All right, let's take a look at how the Nuggets did it tonight. If you watched that game from home, you saw it was a little crazy to begin with. You could tell the intensity level was up. This is our Toyota game recap. The Nuggets dialed in to start this game, fellas. You want to see a Jamal Murray turnaround? I mean, how many times have we seen this in his career? He had it going.
Yeah, just exactly what you do if Mike Conley's guarding. You just shoot it over the top.
You want to see Joker going right at Naz Reid? Yeah, He went on to a triple-double. You know what they can use in this game? And I thought he played really well. Cam Johnson for 3, fellas.
Yeah, Cam Johnson with 18 points in this game. By far his best game of the series.
Back come the Wolves, old friends. Bones Island getting busy. They cut it to 5 at the end of 1. And then the Wolves keep coming. Slow-mo. Yeah, slow-mo. Kyle Anderson going strong. The lead is down to 1. Need a spark, boys. And when you need a spark, you go Bruce T.B. Baby.
Yeah, absolutely. In the transition, Nuggets with a lot of points in transition in this game.
This is how you finish a half. Final second, Joker. Bingo. The Nuggets up 60-51 at halftime. He's been looking for that three-pointer. Third quarter, we're going to call the authorities. Spencer for hire. Where did this come from?
You know,
Spencer Jones.
He had a couple of games this year when he went off like that. He looked fresh. He was battling.
Again.
And making those corner threes was huge.
What a quarter for him. He finishes with 20 and then finishes the break with a dunk, and the Nuggets are up big. They're up 19 at that point. They're dunking everything in sight in that third quarter. Watch this sweet dish to CB, who points at McDaniels, gets a tech for it, but you know what? That tech was well worth it. Who cares? Final minute of the third, another steal, Marlo. What do you say about that?
Boom shakalaka.
At that point, the Nuggets are up 22 after 3. You know, things got a little tight in the fourth. Thank goodness. Christian Brown from a 10-point advantage pushes it back to 13, and Nuggets fans can finally rejoice. Here's a look at your Chevy final numbers. What sticks out for you guys there?
Well, points in the paint for me and fast break points. I think one of the things that you wanted to do in this game was not play against a set Minnesota defense. They didn't do that, man. That was 23 points, a lot of live ball turnovers, especially in that first quarter to get them off to a good start. I think defensively was really well done.
Defense was good, but the shooting percentage, the Nuggets, one of the best shooting teams in the league during regular season, 57% tonight. That'll usually get it done.
All right, before we go back downstairs, can we get a live shot of our audience that's made its way in here? Watching from the Colorado Social. Nuggets fans hoping for a 7th game here, hoping to come back to this arena one more time. In the meantime, let's go downstairs. Katie Winges with the Mr. Triple-Double Machine, Nikola Jokic.
All right, thank you, Nikola. You guys are down 3-1, your season on the line. What type of desperation did you see your team play with to get this win?
I think everybody stepped up. I think we controlled the game. The third quarter run was really good for us. Spencer was amazing for us. We were screening, we were getting guys open, we were getting open looks, so we played much better.
Okay, you mentioned it right there, but this felt like a full team effort.
Altitude Sports Radio. Hey, Scooter, I know you're with me on this, man. Seeing the Nuggets bring the physicality tonight made you happy.
Yeah, there was someone say way too many turnovers in that second quarter, and I'm going, fellas, there was 5 of them that were on offensive screens, and that's more than they've had in the previous 4 games. So there was more to air of physicality. We asked Spencer Jones, we had him on the radio for the guest after and post game, and what was the difference, especially defense? He said we tried to bring it to him. We tried to make it a more physical game. And for the first time in the series, they did bring some physicality. I know they only win by 12. Probably wasn't that close. They made a nice little run there, in the middle of the fourth quarter, helped by a whole lot of free throws to slugfested the game out. But let me throw this out there to you too, guys. Jamal still didn't shoot the ball great. Joker was better, but he also got to the free throw line a little bit. But the thing that was missing in games 2, 3, and 4 was that third guy. Who can be that third guy that can relieve a little pressure? And Dips, you were just talking about the 16 assists by Joker. Well, that was Spencer Jones. I mean, in that key part in that third quarter, he had 3 threes, had a driving layup off a back cut. They got that third guy tonight, and if they're going to win that game Thursday in Minnesota to tie this series up, and talk about all the pressure now going back to Minnesota, they're going to need a third guy to get something done. Maybe it's Cam Johnson, just 2 of 7 from the 3. Maybe it's somebody else. But tonight it was Spencer Jones. And like you guys were saying, too, not only did you see that 7 of 9, 4 or 5 from 3, that dude was doing it defensively, too. I know he got some silly fouls. They gave him a couple and ones down late in the fourth quarter. But I'm telling you, the physicality, finding multiple guys besides the 2 main guys, somebody else to relieve that pressure just a little bit is a good sign for Denver, and they're going to need that Thursday night in Minnesota.
Good stuff, Scott. Thank you very much. And he made a great point there regarding Spencer Jones, because he's replacing in the starting lineup Aaron Gordon. And Aaron Gordon was that third guy. You needed someone to be that guy. That's exactly right. When we come back, hey, first of all, before we go to break, you want to fire off a couple T-shirts?
Yeah, I'm going to fire off a couple T-shirts.
Speaking about